just like they are at literally every pay-per-view ever created.
Chris Jericho and The Big Show!
I just noticed that throughout Jericho's run as the WWE Tag Team Champions, they were never actually referred to as Jericho by any ring announcer. What gives with that?
Mark Henry lifted the Big Show and body slammed him.
You've seen Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant, yet Mark Henry, who's quoted as the world's strongest man, body slamming the Big Show was the shocker of the year.
That her opponent will submit.
Jerry, the submission matches are taking place later tonight. They're not happening right now. This is just a regular tag team match where pinfalls can happen.
Don't kick Jericho in the heart, you'll break your toe.
What?
MVP.
Chris Jericho obviously jumped back into the corner before MVP could even deliver his shoulder strike.
Unified tag team titles are on the line.
In case we are too stupid to obviously know that. Sure, Mark Henry catching the Big Show in midair would have been impressive. Only problem is, Show is keeping himself in the air by using the rope, and Mark is hardly even doing a thing. Sorry, but we're not off to a good start in this Sin video.
Tag team champions come out of here tonight. Oh, pretty good.
MVP just has to shift himself a little further to reach Mark Henry and make the tag, yet he just lays there expecting Mark to extend his arm further than it will allow. And Chris isn't even holding on to MVP either, so what's stopping him from shifting just a little further?
He gave us. Oh, look at this reversal.
For someone MVP size to do that and quickly hit a DDT, I'll give it a Sin remover. Why not?
Watch it. And Mark Henry.
Mark takes down Chris, then waits for literally 5 seconds before deciding to go for the pinfall. Ugh, why do wrestlers debate about doing that?
Big Show and Jericho.
Chris Jericho's crying face as he defeats Mark Henry.
DX has never submitted.
Don't jinx it, Josh.
Legacy is the future of the WWE.
Until WWE decides to make you either a jobber or have a complete joke of a gimmick. Impromptu US title match.
Le prochain champion américain.
Le mais épêché en français.
The United States Championship on the line.
You said that 3 times in the past minute. Are you constantly reminding us that the US title is on the line because you think the Canadian crowd is stupid or something?
Slow motion, that boot catching the Miz.
Are you blind, Jerry? It was The Miz who kicked Kofi, not the other way around. And Miz sure as hell definitely didn't kick himself right there.
You may not like Miz, and quite frankly, I don't. You're not alone.
Michael Cole joining in with Jerry by saying that he's not alone and not liking The Miz about 5 seconds after Jerry said it is more proof that Michael secretly has a creepy erection for Miz, which will be revealed in less than a year.
Because you cannot win on a count out here.
I think you should have added in can't win the title on a countout, because by simply saying can't win by countout, you're referring to the possibility of this match being no disqualification, which it's not.
Everybody knows you can't win a title by count out or, submission.
Oh my freaking god, now Jerry says that you can't win a championship by submission? Ironically on a pay-per-view event where the world titles are contested in submission-style matches. WWE events in Montreal are really giving Jerry bad luck these days.
And don't correct me, I do, even when I'm wrong.
Jerry Lawler must know that I'm sending this 8 years into the future. Correcting even when you're wrong is sadly my job, King.
It is rare that you see Miz go to the top rope.
And by rare, I mean you see this happen in almost every match The Miz contests around this time.
Again, another reversal.
Kofi kicked out before the referee could count 2. Referee clearly saw the kick out after the 1 count, but decided to count 2 for some random reason.
Hamburgers of all time, Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner is always worth a Sin remover, one of the most legendary musicians ever.
It is a falls, or I should say submissions, right anywhere.
Sad thing is that submissions are also legal in a regular Falls Count Anywhere match. Only thing taken out in this case is pinfalls, but other than that, it's no different to a Falls Count Anywhere match. Granted, it's still entertaining though, just saying.
Anywhere in the city.
But what happens if they go off Montreal city limits? Wait a minute, I thought Montreal hated Shawn Michaels for what happened to Bret Hart 12 years prior.
I know there was an incident that happened. It was all his fault.
Actually, it was Vince McMahon's fault for the Montreal Screwjob since he's the one that made it happen at ringside that night.
Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase.
Why are they not being referred to as the Legacy in the announcement though? Versus Jericho and now Legacy? What do ring announcers have against referring to tag teams by their actual tag team name? Shirt blindfold.
Any type of strategy.
Seriously, whoever the hell's whistling, shut the fuck up already. I managed to tolerate the whistling of the first 2 matches, but now I'm irritated as fuck.
We talked about strategy.
Oh no, this is going to be one tough match to Sin because it'll be tough to find any sins at all when there's so much going on at once. 2 of the wrestlers at ringside, while the remaining 2 are in the crowd. This is gonna be a long night. This could be a submission right here! I couldn't tell, but I'm guessing that Hunter threw Cody Rhodes into the snack stand. Sure, Cody will suffer because he's a participant in the match, but what did the hot dogs and beer ever do to Hunter? Now, how are the fans gonna get wasted and have the time of their lives?
Michaels on the attack.
That's not Shawn, that's Hunter.
And now suddenly...
The two tag teams likely went back into the crowd and ringside area to get away from the hockey fans. Don't forget, this is where the Montreal Canadiens play, so expect a lot of the Olé song. About 70% of this match is the camera zooming in on the asses of the four wrestlers. What an asshole. Hunter just stole someone's chair and now that guy will have no choice but to stand up for the remainder of the show. Give him his chair back, dude.
Ted DiBiase, a third-generation superstar.
We already know that, duh.
Remember, submissions count anywhere.
Oh man, are you sure that submissions count anywhere? I thought this was just a regular submission match where it has to take place in the ring. Seriously, stop with the 50 reminders.
WWE history, that of DX.
Wait, what the fuck? When the hell did Cody and Shawn get over there? Couldn't the cameraman occasionally focus on what's going on outside the ring every now and then? Otherwise we'll miss what's going on. Who knows, something epic may have happened and we missed it. Right onto the solid, soft mattress-like canvas. Also, a short fall of about 7 feet onto that small canvas puts Shawn out for the next 6 minutes of the match and renders him almost entirely useless in the last few minutes of the match too.
It is suddenly 2-on-1.
Doesn't look sudden to me, considering the 2-on-1 assault has been going on for over a minute. You destroyed the catering for the other wrestlers, you son of a bitch! What do you have against food, man? Also, in all the destruction, the only thing that survived was the table, which was likely the intended target. Not the drinks, too! There better not be any Mountain Dew in that cooler! By pouring the rest of the water and ice, Ted is a dick to his own partner, as Cody is likely freezing to death with all the water and ice on him. First destroying food and water, and now hitting the floor with a chair. It seems like these guys hate everything around them. Also, haha, you slipped. That's Ted's fault. Blame him. And while we're at it, someone please get one of those caution wet floor signs out there. You see? This is why wet floor signs exist.
Oh, there they are.
It takes Michael Cole a full 9 seconds before he realizes that the wrestlers have returned to the stage area after they originally appeared.
Somehow
Looks like the only one that needs a reminder that this is a submissions count anywhere match is Shawn. Rope breaks are invalid in this match, dude. It's kinda obvious.
Shawn Michaels, sweet chin.
And now Cody's hand is broken, as the sweet chin music was nowhere near his chin. Cody is addicted to Shawn's Michaels.
Hurry up!
Stop cheerleading, Jerry. You're supposed to be neutral. Figure 4 leg lock with the ring post for leverage along with the $1 Million Dream spelled the perfect ending to this match from my view, removing 5 sins for a pretty awesome and violent match.
Have a seat, Josh.
Gonna remove another sin for the way Randy Orton trolled Josh Matthews during this interview segment. The way it happened was sinister and hilarious.
You said that you were going to ask one question, but you proceed to ask me 2.
Randy Orton would be damn awesome at CinemaSins 2 expansion. As if we needed a reminder that this is Breaking Point and we are live. Quick question, why wasn't this match made into a submission style match? Because a Singapore Kane match sounds completely random to me, especially the way the feud with Kane and the Great Khali went.
We've never seen the Great Khali as angry as we've seen him in Kane.
Except for when he was rampaging every wrestler back in 2006 and 2007.
Want us to think of the...
That's kind of ironic. Kane reaching for a cane.
It's Ryan Howard versus Albert Pujols.
What? Is now really a good time to be fencing? What's next? Are we going to add in lightsabers?
Quite frankly, Kane is a remorseless, heartless individual.
Well, that's the understatement of the year. I was to believe that Kane was a soft-hearted and kind individual. Pfft. I don't see how this affects the Great Khali that much, considering Kane doesn't even have his arms hooked around Khali's arm in the Singapore Kane.
Kane right out of his hands.
You mean to tell me that Kane not once thought about moving out of the way from Khali, who was ready to pounce with a freaking Singapore Kane? Not once?
Sounds like the 4th of July in there.
What the fuck are you even talking about?
Sing!
What? Renjin Singh whacked Kane right in the back with the Singapore Cane about as hard as anyone has hit Kane with it before, and yet Kane was not even fazed by this hit. That's some bullshit right there.
I became the first straight edge world heavyweight champion.
Wasn't that back in 2008 when you became the first ever straight edge world heavyweight champion? How does your third title victory at SummerSlam 2009 make you the first ever straight edge champion? I don't get it.
Jeff goes and does what I've been saying for months.
Breaking the fourth wall. I'm pretty sure it was the real life Jeff Hardy that got arrested for the drug possessions, not the character he played that CM Punk banished.
I'm not scared of it. Relax.
Pranking CM Punk into thinking that The Undertaker's about to get him and then getting his ass whooped is sadly the only way for Jimmy Wang Yang to ever get screen time on WWE pay-per-view. Previously on, one of the worst decisions to ever be made for a world title match in SummerSlam history.
The Valkyrie King of the Great White North.
Match strikers ridiculous and random names for Christian.
Are banned from ringside.
You're telling us this now? Couldn't you have just announced that before Vladimir Kozlov and Ezekiel Jackson made their appearance?
Kozlov and Jackson being ejected from ringside.
Okay, we get it. Ezekiel and Vladimir were ejected from ringside. Can you guys focus on the match itself and talk about what's actually going on in the ring, please?
Regal's down. 2.
Wrong, Josh. 1 count, not a 2 count. Still trembling over Randy Orton terrifying you backstage?
Calling someone by just their last name is disrespectful.
And now you guys know why I refer to the wrestlers by their first names whenever I do these Sin videos. After years of wonder, you guys now know the answer to why I usually refer to someone like William Regal as William rather than Regal. No sin added, but now you guys know the truth. Because even I find it disrespectful to refer to someone by just their last name.
Title cannot change hands on a countout or a submission.
What? First Jerry Lawler fucks up the rules of titles changing hands and now Matt Striker too? Oh my god, double sin for the commentators thinking you can't win a title by submission on a night full of submission style matches.
Chest. Christian's halfway there.
What do you mean Christian is halfway out? By the looks of things, Christian is more than halfway out of the hole. Does your eyesight need to be tested, Matt? Oh. William gets a drop kick to the chest which would cause him to fall backwards, but instead he decides to defy logic and spin around in an unnecessary fashion and make the move look pretty cringeworthy.
By the skin of his teeth.
Matt Striker given a random shout out to Megadeth, kick-ass metal band. Still random though. With all due respect to Pat Patterson, what's the point of him being out here? Random impromptu segments is random and impromptu.
To introduce
I am perfection.
Before Dolph Ziggler interrupted Pat, I think it's obvious that he was about to introduce the current Intercontinental Champion, John Morrison. But my question is, for what? I guess we'll never know.
We don't have to shake hands. I know who you are.
Pat, by this time Dolph ain't doing the introducing myself constantly to everyone gimmick. Plus, Dolph was just showing some respect to you because you're a legend.
Who asked about you last night? Nobody.
Pat Patterson is just asking to get his ass whooped by Dolph here. If Dolph ends up doing it, I don't blame him. He was being provoked.
Since when did this company get taken over by senior citizens?
Holy shit, Dolph Ziggler just foreshadowed the future of the WWE with the wrestlers of the past given the main event slots and world titles instead of the wrestlers of today. Dolph must be able to see the future.
I thought you were dead.
Too far, asshole.
How can we be wasting valuable pay-per-view time?
Dolph Ziggler would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion.
You're a coward.
Because... an I Quit match with John Cena in it. No reason to think that there's going to be an obvious winner in this match.
No one in the history of the WWE.
Don't even start, Michael. You've said that phrase about John Cena evoking more emotion out of fans than anyone else like once every single fucking week. Give it a rest. It's not like we're going to forget it. 35 seconds of this. Good lord, this is really getting old. The staring contests aren't fun. They're boring.
I believe I can fly.
And there are no countouts, there are no disqualifications.
We know.
Your opponent must say I quit is the...
Ow, my hands!
No.
Randy Orton's face has turned red with anger.
Why would Randy be frustrated already with John not quitting? He didn't even launch all his fury upon John. The match has only been going on for 6 minutes. From the looks on the faces of the fans, they all expected thumbtacks to be inside that bag, and were sadly let down when it was simply handcuffs. Microphone theft.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, come on? This is legal, so who cares if Randy whacks John in the head with a microphone? Quit cheerleading, Jerry.
You want to quit, Cena?
Spitting water on your opponent's face is the funniest way of denying defeat in an I Quit match. Taking a sit off for that hilarious moment.
How can Cena get out of this?
Stand on the stairs and lift his arms off the ring post. Well, shit, I'm removing another 2 sins for what I believe is one of the most horrific yet smart torture sequence I've ever seen in I Quit matches. Haha, you slipped.
He's gonna choke Cena until. Oh!
John is a dick to Randy Orton's.
Randy Orton! RKO!
Well, that was one of the slowest RKOs I've ever seen in my life. Didn't look that cool at all. That's a shame.
I quit!
A simple STF with your own arm around your neck causes you to quit. That was honestly one of the most simple victories in an I Quit match that I've seen in recent memory. After the match is over, the referee continues to be a dick and point the microphone at Randy as if he was expecting Randy to say I quit once again.
I did not quit!
Well, thank you for that, Captain Obvious.
You have opened Hell's Gates.
How exactly did CM Punk open Hell's Gates? Just curious. All The Undertaker did was randomly decide to go after CM Punk. Oh, my kill switch!
Championship material.
Heel champion escapes ring upon the bell ringing cliche. Are we seriously gonna have a main event full of cliches tonight?
There's no disqualifications. Can he answer the call?
Answer the call? The fuck is that supposed to mean? What, does Todd think that CM Punk is facing Rey Mysterio or something in this match?
Locked in. And Punk.
Now that was a picture-perfect roundhouse kick, giving that a center mover for the great time and cooperation from both wrestlers. Boy, that escalated quickly. Punk taps out without even a second thought. That's gotta sting.
But we're not gonna see the Undertaker's breaking point tonight.
You just had to jinx it, JR.
Hell's Gate was banned
You waited until now to tell that to The Undertaker? What the freaking hell, man?
by Vicky Guerrero. That prohibition still remains.
Then why haven't you said a thing about the many times that Undertaker had defeated opponents with a Hell's Gate submission between the time Vicky Guerrero banned it and now? And now this event just gained the limit of 100 sins for the pathetic sequel to the Montreal Screwjob. 50 of those is because of the sequel. The other 50 sins goes to the disrespect to the legend of The Undertaker. Fuck you.